YouTube. I hope everyone's had a Merry Christmas. For me, Christmas has now been over for a couple of hours. Um, I shouldn't say couple because it's a little bit over a couple, but yeah. Um, but for the Christmas release, I released this earlier today. Um, it was just towards the end of Christmas I released it. Um, I didn't want to release it in the morning. I didn't want to release it beforehand because it felt a little weird. So I thought, I'll release it in the afternoon. Uh, trying to take in consideration of time zones and stuff like that. But I done a little update on the room. Um, it's now got FOV slider, up and down D-pad, zoom forward, zoom out, and then if you get a left on the D-pad, it zooms further out again. It's got very basic sculpts. Nothing in here changed, nothing new. I still haven't fixed that yet. That door still does nothing. Nothing in here has changed. All I've done was done a little bit of sculpting on the character and added a Christmas tree. Now obviously it's not like a full proper tree. It's more meant to be like a futuristic plastic neon fluorescent type tree. So yeah, so that it's like a holographic Merry Xmas on it. The little red rings flash. And then obviously next update I do, that'll stay in here. I'll just move it out of the room somewhere so it's no longer seen. Maybe I'll stick it, I don't know, in the back room here somewhere, something like that. Hide in the corner. Who knows? But I released it. People can play it. So I am still doing work on the creations. If you look back at it, see how much of the sculpting I've done. So I haven't done the arms yet. I've pretty much done the upper leg, hip, the torso and the chest area. Arms, wrists and ankles. They've still got to be worked on, like obviously that part there. Because it's first person only, I'm not too fussed about it. If people use the creation and they want to use their own puppets, they're not going to use his puppets, so it's whatever. I just sort of put this stream up. Wish everyone a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, or whatever you say, whatever you celebrate, whatever. I do have other creations I'm working on that are getting released. Most of them are not. Like if I come into here, those are my test versions. I released some wings the other day. Then that's been released. That's the one that's got the sculpted underwear, the face, and the feet. Actually, if I go into here and go to public, these are the remixable ones, so you can see all the ones I've done. I can't remember whether I showed that or not. It's a very basic lightsaber. If I bring it in, it's literally just that thing there. But if you possess the puppet, it's got the whole on and off. And if I'm not mistaken, it's also got when you hold the what do they call it? L1? Yeah, L1. It's like a floppy sword. It uses the flex as the blade to help with the thermal. So if you just want to make a cheap lightsaber, you can literally stick that in your lightsaber sculpt as the beam. And because it uses the flex, if I come in, if you grab the chips and look at the chips of this, it's actually got a slider. So you can change, if I move that up, you can see it moves up by segments. So it's got off, then it powers up, originates, then beams out, color slider and all sorts of stuff. So it's like, if you want to use it, go for it. It's out. It's usable. Um, all these creations here, if they're public, then obviously, as I stated before, you're free to use it. But as with etiquette is, if you use someone's creation, don't claim it as your own. Make sure they get the not just my creations, anyone's creations. If you use somebody else's creation, credit them. It's not hard to do. Um, so it's like there's no need to try and claim it as your own or anything like that. If I go to the playables, these are the ones that are only playable. So the game, I'm still working on it. I haven't worked on it for a couple of days. So the last time I showed it is pretty much still how it is. That's playable. So if you want a remixable version of that, you can come into here. It's that one there. If you look, it's private, so you won't be able to view that one. That one there is playable, but if you go across to the right, you can come up to the genealogy. And I do have if you go to used in or remixes, you can see what it's been used in. And obviously I've got it used in this, so you can remix it. So all this does is it detects the wall, does that, then you can do the L1, and then it goes up to climb. I was testing whether this is a viable method or not. I don't know whether it is or not. It's like, it looks jank. It's universally useful because it doesn't matter how tall the wall is. It can climb up it. Like obviously the animation of the walk bit, that would have to be tweaked, but it could be a usable method. I do have another one that I've been testing using keyframes. It's like such a pain in the butt getting a climbing animation working. Actually, if I go to there with no filter, I've got it. That one there. So if I go to view, so this one here uses similar method to what I was showing with the other one, where you walk up there. This one here just turns the gravity off. So if you jump and then push the button that climbs, you sort of like defy gravity and just slide up to the top. It's like, would that be a usable method? Then I also got this other puppet here. These are puppets that I haven't released. This one here, you walk up to it, when it lights up, push square, and it does keyframe climbing. It's like, I don't know, it's like, I kind of, yeah, I want to make it so like the puppet grabs the lip, pulls itself up, and all in like smooth animation. But it's like, then how do you make it universally useful? Can you make it so it's like climb up any wall, or that? So this one here, you need this thing here. If I come over here, the one that's just floating there, so I can walk up to it, go like that, and it climbs up. There's no wall that actually climbs up; it climbs up that ladder. So it's like, I'm still humming around which way to do that. That'll never get released. That one there, it's out. It's privately uploaded. That won't get released. That won't get released. That won't get released. That one, it's saved online, but it won't get released. It's the moderation system. I don't want to risk it, so it's like, yeah, that won't get released. That's kind of it. I was just hoping that everyone had a good Christmas day. As I was saying, for me, it's actually been over for a little while now. But people other side of the globe, they're probably still halfway through it, haven't spent time with their families. Just look and see if there's anything I haven't shown that might be of interest to people. Not really. My the game one is still, if you want something in it, on Dreams, throw me a message, say, can I can have an item in it or something like that. That one there is remixable, so unlike the game, you can actually remix this one. I am going to continue up to, as you said, 1.2. I've asked the question about 1.3. The reason I asked about 1.3 and not 1.2 is because I knew what I was doing for 1.2. It was going to put a little bit of sculpt into the puppet and make a Christmas tree. It was going to be nice and simple and all that. 1.3, I'm not got any comments, not got any messages on dreams and all that. No one's asked, can you do this with it? So it's like I might tweak the sculpting a little bit more. Do like I was saying, maybe like sculpt like a jacket or something like that to go over the top. Maybe make it so the bottoms and the tops can be changed color, so you can have it skin color, white, black shirt, or white pants, black pants, or something like that. I don't know yet. The Christmas tree will get moved. It'll still be in the thing, so if you want to use it for something, you can. There's going to be a little more detail on that. I'm going to be putting a TV up on the wall there, vending machine here, and as I stated before, the water effect for the shower, so it won't be just a bright light. Don't know about the door, whether that'll do anything or not. And I'm thinking, like I made the suggestion to myself, come over here, better click it so you can toggle on and off the colours, cycle through the colours or something, make it random, or something, I don't know yet. And same with the back here, instead of just having it so you can always pull out the weapon. Like I showed in the demo one, my test one, I might make it so you come into here, you can click on something, then you can pull out your weapon. Same with the abilities the puppet has built in. At the moment you can run. I'm going to put the crouch in, because in my test build I had the crouch, and when you come up here, you try and get back out, you get stuck. But if I put the crouch on, you can just crouch out. So those will probably be the next thing I do. Unless someone gives me a really cool suggestion, then yeah, I'm gonna make this floor a separate piece, because I noticed. But that is, yeah, it's because I just painted it. It's like, yeah, it looks horrible. So yeah, I'm gonna call it. I hope everyone had, unless you work at CDPR like I usually say, hope everyone that doesn't work there had a good Christmas holiday, had spent time with their families, and had the good times. Nothing bad happened, or usual stuff. So if you're in somewhere that is still celebrating Christmas, and you're about to head home or whatever, drive safe. Do the usual. Think of others. Be careful. All this stuff. If you're still having your parties and stuff like that, remember the social distancing thing. Don't drink too much. Don't smoke. Don't do all the crazy stuff. Stay safe. Look after each other. It's like we're nearly at the end of the year. Let's finish this 2022, this crap year. Let's finish it on a high note, and then hopefully next year, knock on wood, is going to be a good one. We can only hope, right? We can only hope. So I'm going to call it, guys. Again, if you've got dreams and you're just starting out, or you're stuck on something, don't hesitate. Even if it's not a message to me, a creator that you see someone does work that you like, don't hesitate. Throw them the message in the game and say, look, how did you do that? Any chance I can get some suggestions, or any help, or any tips and stuff like that? 90% of the creators on here that, like me, don't mind sharing stuff. Like if they've got a creation that you like, like for example, if you play this and you're like, oh, how did you do the mirror? I can talk you through it. It's not that hard, but if you're just starting out, it can be confusing, and I've been playing with it long enough that I've worked it out. Most creators are like it. We don't mind giving you tips and tricks that'll help you get it to the point where you're creating stuff that you want to create easier. Like, there's nothing worse than struggling. If someone can help you get over that struggle, then that's only a good thing. And if someone says, no, I can't be bothered helping you, work it out yourself, then they're not a nice person. So yeah, if I bring it up, I'll show you. You got the creation, then you've got a comment section. By all means, throw the comment in. Like the creation, how'd you do this? Generally speaking, if the creator's a good creator, they will reply to it saying, I can talk you through it, or I did it this way, or something like that. The other way you can do it is go to the actual creator itself, go to them, and you can actually comment to them. If you do it this way, just remember both of them, anyone can usually read it. So, like, if I open it up, you can read all the comments that people sent to me. Generally speaking, if it's all like friendly suggestions and comments that are like, oh, that was cool, or you almost got that exactly right, or something along those lines, or, you know, if you tried it this way, it might look cool. It can only make the thing better. If you're coming in here and going, oh, you're a crap, get off the thing, that's not needed. But generally speaking, the comments are things like, nice work, any help would be appreciated, that sort of stuff. It's usually that kind of stuff. 20 months ago, that's how long it's been. Holy crap, okay. 31 months, so the dreams have been out for a while. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's 47 months ago. That guy there, I followed him. I believe he's followed me. We were like early release, creating back then. His creations are similar to mine, but he's got a different style to mine. He's more manga-ish, whereas mine's more anime, cartoony style. So it's like, I think I've said it multiple times in this thing, there's no right way to do it. You do it your way. If it works, it works. But creators that have been creating for a while, they learn, you know, if you do something for a long time, the practices and stuff like that, you learn little like shortcuts or methods that work really well and stuff like that. And a nice person doesn't mind sharing those. I've done a couple of videos talking about like using the blend, using the stamp instead of using the smear, because extra. If I come in here and I'll give you a quick little display what I'm talking about. If you use the stamp option, when you grab the shapes and you press and hold, it only does it once, so it stamps. But when you're doing that, you get the extra option of how much blend you want to put, and as you see, it blends the two together. If you're using the smear, you don't get that option. That ability is not there. So certain things do give you certain benefits. Whereas this one here, I can't make a smooth shape because it's not a smear, it's a stamp. Going into here, and you can go into all your different settings in here, but you want to go into here, UIs, all this stuff, tools, default one. You got stamp or smear. If I go into smear, and then get back into the creation, it's now, I can press and hold it. No, wait, it didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? What? Did it not? I bet you didn't save it. Could it have been because I was already in that? Let's try that again. Shaping, tools. No, it's on smear. Or did they fix it? They might have fixed it. So if I now grab it, I should be able to hold it, and it smears. But yeah, see now, because I was in the tool, okay. Because see now it doesn't have that blend, but you can just hold it, and you can paint. So choose your sauce, tomato or barbecue. So that's what you can create with the smear. That's what you can create with the stamp. They got the uses, They've got their advantages, the disadvantages, all that sort of stuff. So I'm out of here. Stay safe, look after each other. Again, if you're driving, stuff like that, be careful. We don't need any Christmas, Boxing Day, friggin' car crashes or accidents or anything like that. So, yeah, be safe. I'm out here. Catch you next time. See yous.